Alright, so in this video I'm going to be teaching how to handle the two warehouses that we actually enter in All Quests in Warm Welcome. So basically, as you can see, I just got done with the Thief quest and I've been told to go check inside of the warehouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the warehouse that I need to check inside. And as I head over to that warehouse, I'm actually going to run on the ground for a bit here, right before the bridge, to set my clip warp right here. Right in front of the bridge. So my clip warp is set there now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my clip warp while entering here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be triggering this door and then heading out of the room. And as soon as I trigger the door, I'm going to be heading out of the room and trying to skip that cutscene. So the best way to do it is just like that. That's the best way to do it. That's the fastest way to do it as well, is to just interact with the door, hit it, and skip the cutscene before the door fades out all the way. The other way to do it, and I'll go ahead and kill myself so I can demonstrate that. The other way to do it is if you end up getting the cutscene skip after the fade out. Which actually is a little bit different, believe it or not. And I'll show what that looks like, and again, I'll run here to set my clip warp. So my clip warp is set in that same area. And I'm going to do this. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try, but I'm not going to quite get there fast enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to skip the cutscene after. So what I'm going to do is kind of time out the cutscene skips instead. Otherwise I'll get killed. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. And as you can see, I ended up in the same area, and it took a little bit longer because I had to skip the cutscenes a bit slower. So either way that you end up doing that. But anyway, my clip warp is still held, so I'm going to go ahead and enter the cider house while still holding my clip warp. And what I'm going to do as soon as I enter the cider house is I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to jump on this counter and jump off the counter to this guy. I'm going to talk to him and immediately skip his cutscene. So just like that. And now I'm going to head down here. And you'll notice there's kind of this little corner. You can jump into it to get a clip warp, just like this. So you'll be warped all the way back to where you had your warp here. So now you can do one of two things in order to get over to where Renar is. You can either do a long jump and jump attack to this little boat, which I just did just like that. Or the other way you can do it is, instead of doing the long jump and jump attack all the way to the boat, you can head down here a little ways, and then jump onto the rope, and then jump from the rope to him, and talk to him. Either way, you should end up in the same area. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk over to this door. I'm going to interact with the door and immediately start jumping. My clip warp is now set right outside of the door. And now I come to this area with the poison gas. Basically, what you want to do is you first want to look for a clearing in the poison gas. I like to usually go when this area all the way on the left is clear, which is usually happens as soon as I enter. And now I'm just going to kind of stay on the left. You'll notice if I stay on the left that far, I'm able to avoid all the poison. But right here, it's pretty much impossible to avoid. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to long jump at an angle so I hit the left wall. At maximum, I'll only take 2 hearts of damage. So now what I'm going to do now that I'm here is I'm going to jump and land on these boxes and then jump up here. Or alternatively, I could jump from this little board onto the edge of the boxes and then land up here. Either way, I'm going to continue on this way now. Just head up here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to climb these falling platforms. Just like this. And from here, I can jump from the rope actually over to this little banister over here. I don't know what to call it. But I can jump on that and then just kind of navigate my way around. Again, I'm still holding my clip warp because I set it right outside of this warehouse. So I'll go ahead and hit that lever. I'm going to enter here. I'm going to long jump in and press start to skip the cutscene. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this wall, or to the edge of this, and I'm just going to slide off. Now there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either slide like that, or you can turn around and have yourself jump and grab it. But either way, once you get on here, you just want to press the drop off button to drop off, and you don't want to hold any direction on the joystick while dropping off, otherwise you'll maximize the amount of damage you take at the bottom. And you just want to drop down here, and once you get down here, you can clip warp using this platform. It can take a little bit of tries, it can be a bit tricky, but you'll get warped out here, and if you just walk straight away from this door, you'll hit this trigger that triggers the cutscene, and then you can skip it. Now, you don't want to do anything after this, because for some reason you get warped back to Bard. I felt like adding that in at the very end of the video, because it is important to note. But that's really all there is to this.